Tonight, a man is shot and injured at Lance Road following a heated altercation. Young people step forward in aid of the fire victims of Rose Hill. And the St. Lucia Fire Service is under pressure. We have the details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovely and Amy Joseph.
Good day, it is Monday the 4th of February 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. One man was injured in a shooting at Lance Road, Castries on Monday at about 11 a.m. Reports indicate that two men were embroiled in an altercation near the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The confrontation escalated into violence after one of the men brandished a firearm. The injured man was reported to be injured but alive and taken to hospital. The details surrounding the incident are still sketchy, but we are expecting an official police statement on the matter. In other news, a CIA employee has been involved in a freak accident along the Groseley Highway. The man, identified as Gregory Hippolyte, has been left nursing serious injuries after his truck was damaged by a construction vehicle. Rochelle Gonzalez reports.
One man is currently nursing serious injuries after a freak accident along the Groseley Highway almost claimed his life on Monday morning. In a scenario similar to that of a popular horror/thriller film, Gregory Hippolyte was driving a truck belonging to his place of employment when an issue occurred with the vehicle directly in front of him, which was carrying a construction vehicle. Reportedly, the construction vehicle being towed became unhinged and plunged into the vehicle which Hippolyte, an employee with Reno Construction and Industrial Products, was driving. The incident occurred in Marisville near the entrance of the East Winds Gap. Whilst the circumstances surrounding the incident remain unclear, the matter is being investigated. There is currently no official word on the state of Hippolyte, as a representative from Reno was unavailable for comment. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Methodist minister Reverend Seth Ampadu has weighed in on the death penalty debate. He has touted a more guided approach to teaching forgiveness, coupled with a bolstered reformative jail system, as the best way forward for the country. Solange Alfred tells us more.
The harshest form of punishment by law in many countries is the death penalty, which can be carried out through hanging, electrocution, and lethal injection. Here in St. Lucia, the method of execution of the death penalty is by hanging. Although St. Lucia has not resorted to this method of execution in many years, some are saying that it needs to be implemented to deter crime. However, Superintendent of the Methodist Church, Seth Ampadu, is of the opinion that killing criminals with kindness may be the better route to take.
This debate about death penalty has been there over years. And I think that that is not the option for punishment. Because if you go to some countries where they practice this death penalty, they practice that, but still, killings still going on. So it does not stop it. And being as a Christian, I think we need to preach forgiveness, mercy, because that is what Jesus Christ came to do. To show mercy to those who would have offended the law, So I think what we need to do as people is to try to beef up our security.
He says that with heinous crimes, it is easy for emotions to cloud one's judgment, but taking another life will benefit no one. Ampadu explained that a better option to the death penalty would be life imprisonment.
It is very hurtful for someone to kill your relative or something of the sort. But killing the person back will not solve the problem. I would rather prefer life imprisonment, because if the person is in life imprisonment, we can help the person to be reformed.
He noted that St. Lucia stands to benefit greatly by strengthening reformative and rehabilitation programs rather than having the death penalty as an option.
We use jail as a place of punishment, but jail should be a place of reform, transformation, so that what we need also to do is we need to look at our prisons the kind of structures that they have in order to reform the image there. That is also very important. So that when the person comes out of jail, we should expect the person to be a better person. But most of the times they come out of jail and they become worse.
Ampadu went on to say that a number of things need to be in place for inmates who have served their time and are re-entering society. He explained that corporate partners need to play their part to ensure that these individuals can now be functioning members of society and not become repeat offenders. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solaj Alfred.
Form 1 students around the island are being educated about the immediate consequences of substance abuse as the Substance Abuse Unit and the Royal St. Lucia Police Force are undertaking a substance abuse prevention program. More from Fernell Neptune.
The Life Skills for Drug-Free Living program is aimed at providing students with the necessary skills to resist social and media pressure to smoke, drink and use drugs. Acting Program Officer in the Substance Abuse Unit, Nadia Smith-Lambert, says this program is expected to develop greater self-confidence in students when making decisions about drug use.
Given the media, you find that we have advertisements for alcohol and also for tobacco and other drugs. Now, students are also seeing those messages that are sent out to adults and thinking that it's okay. If it's okay for adults, it's okay for us minors. So we want to clarify that it is not okay. Yes, it's a legal drug, but it is not okay for minors to be using any of the legal or illegal drugs. So at the end of the program, they basically develop skills such as refusal skills, self-control, self-esteem, raised self-esteem, to be able to say no when they see those messages, when they go out into the community and they are offered those substances.
Sergeant in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, Alex Morgan, says it is necessary that students are aware of the effects of drug use on their education and future development.
We felt necessary for the safety of our children to understand the dangers of drugs and the harmful usage of drugs, what it can do to them and how it can erode their futures as well. So if we felt it necessary to work along with them to educate them as much as possible as to the dangers out there and what they can do to avoid themselves being caught in the trap of drug use and its abuse.
Assistant Counselor at the Groseley Secondary School, Michelle Bess, believes this program will lay a foundation for healthy decision-making among students as it relates to drug use.
We're hoping that the students could use this information for themselves in making the correct decisions and also for their peers, to help guide their peers, because we know most of the myths out prevalent in society is geared towards encouraging the students to use marijuana, to use drugs. So we hope that the students make the right decisions, and we're hoping that they delay and also reduce the use of marijuana and other drugs.
The Life Skills for Drug-Free Living program is delivered to students in 6 classroom sessions. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fernell Neptune.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Stay with us. We have more news coming up after this quick break.